may have dipped by about 8,000. And President Obama goes north of the border for his first foreign trip since taking office. He's going to meet with Canada's Prime Minister and other leaders to talk trade, energy, and the environment. I'd say to Washington for more on this. Suzanne Malveaux is the only reporter live at the White House this early this morning. Suzanne, what's the president's focus going to be on this trip? A lot to talk about with our neighbor to the north.
Absolutely, John. And of course, issue number one is the economy, the crippling recession really making an impact on economies on both sides of the border. And one of the things that they're going to be talking about is the GM and Chrysler, the three big automakers out of Detroit. Obviously, they're trying to make sure that they're viable. GM and Chrysler have plants also in Ontario, and they have to prove that they can lower their costs to the Canadian government so they can get about $3 billion from the Canadian government. One of the things that Stephen Harper, the Prime Minister of Canada, is also going to be looking at is that $787 billion economic stimulus package. Well, what is in that package? There is a clause, a phrase called Buy American, and that requires some of those projects to actually purchase U.S. steel. That is something that Harper is concerned about. We've heard President Obama also talk about, look, he does not want to promote protectionism. He doesn't want to start a trade war with Canada. So that is something that they're both going to be discussing. And speaking of trade, NAFTA, of course, is a big issue with these two leaders. You may recall in Ohio on the campaign, it was Senator Obama as well as Senator Hillary Clinton when they were neck and neck, both of them saying that NAFTA needed to be changed, renegotiated. That is something that the leaders are going to talk about because a lot of people in Ohio, other states believe that NAFTA at least cost some U.S. jobs and that perhaps it's not the best deal for U.S. workers. All of that, John, on the table, not to mention talking about the environment as well as troops in Afghanistan. All of that just in a 7-hour trip or so, just a day trip, John.
Yeah, it's just kind of a there and back sort of thing. He'll be leaving at 9 o'clock this morning, so we'll be following his departure from the White House. In other news, though, Suzanne, last night we got an indication that maybe they are zeroing in on somebody to replace Tom Daschle as the